double downing on population control. Can I get a holla for an A plus headline hooker deluxe? You're welcome. Holla. Thank you very much. It feels like I got shit in my mouth every time I see Biden with his mask nappy on. Double mask. The experts act like going maskless at the deli is equivalent to me barebacking Andy Dick after getting acupuncture on Portlandia's Doze Off Wall Park. Holla. Raising the roof. Long time already. Thank you very much. Got my vaccination announcements mean less to me than Cuomo's daughter refusing to do the Heimlich on him next time he starts choking on his famous made meatballs because she opted to practice social distancing while tweeting, "My dad is choking on one of his famous meatballs. I told him not to use so much ground up baby fetus veal brain." Holla! Thank you very much! Got my vaccination. Who gives a fuck? You're still required to wear a burn victim mask at work. Democracy is deader than Yiddish. Our military supports a Chinese paid-off puppet in the White House whose son thought he was getting 50 grand a week from a sports energy company from the Ukraine selling borscht as a new kombucha. Cops take the knee whenever, wherever, even if they dare scuff up their new Nike sweats in the process, and our kids today spend more time at home in robes than Ronnie Dangerfield did backstage at Dangerfields. So what difference does it make? Hillary Hammer Time Kankles lives. Holla. Thank you very much. This one is for Dustin Diamond. Rest in peace. I'm assuming he's a member of the tribe. I don't know if he is or not, but he died today from an aggressive form of cancer at 44, which is my age. I grew up watching Saved by the Bell just like everyone else because I had nothing else to fucking do every weekend, first thing in the morning. It's not as if Emmanuel 1, 2, 3, and 6 popped out of the freaking TV to hop on top of my pubescent joystick that was only spewing out pee at the time. Although, funny memory, back in the day, we used to have cable boxes where you didn't even have a remote control and you had to press the button down in order to get to like HBO. And I remember like my parents gave me specific instructions. Don't watch Showtime after dark. You would think I had a bunch of crusty socks dangling from the chandeliers at this point. I mean, I had like one time where I tried jerking off back then, but I hadn't reached puberty yet. So I was last getting into the puberty party. And all that came out was pee. So I remember like one night, I'm just like jerking away. I'm just like peeing all over myself. It was really the early form of waterboarding myself, which was torture to the degree. And my younger brother actually reached puberty before I did. And he also banged the 3 hottest girls in his class, which I tried to jerk off to at the time, but couldn't, which made me feel like a total Big Brother bust. Back then, I essentially felt like Eddie Curry from the Knicks with an even shittier hook shot. What Gen X kids understand, holla, thank you very much. So, I bring that up because I feel for Dustin Diamond. Zach Morris, you were funny in Dead Man on Campus, but that was ages ago, and it's not as if you were able to hop on top of the Judd Apatow bandwagon that much later. And I have to see this freaking smirky interview. I mean, he still looks great. He's a good-looking dude. I mean, this guy never had a cold call for puss. I mean, I came across these guys all the time. These, like, child actors in it when I used to live in the Oakwoods in L.A., in Burbank, specifically, right by Warner Brothers. And then I have to hear him and Breckenmeyer, that freaking munchkin, who was, like, funny and freaking clueless for, like, a second. And honestly, like, what's been so memorable about him ever since? What was that movie? It wasn't even Old School. It was Road Trip. Yeah, I mean, completely forgettable, right? I mean, like, You dance to, it's drinking, 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 here we go, it's time to rock around, it's rock around, it's right around, it's drinking! What Gen X fans understand, raising hell, holla, thank you very much! I have to hear this interview on the freaking Huffington Post, yeah, real A-list Huffington Post on YouTube. Gotta hear the interview say, so, how about a new Saved by the Bell movie that everyone's been talking about, based on Dustin Diamond's book? And then Zach Morris has to get his panties in a freaking bunch. Eyebrow starts wiggling. Well, I read excerpts of the book and he said stuff that's negative and divisive. I don't remember him having any problem on the set. Asshole! Zach, you've had your face knee deep in A+ puss since the freaking dawn of time, okay? You didn't have to suffer the complete self-esteem, eradication, destruction at the time your younger brother achieving puberty before you did. So you never felt compelled to do stand-up, to seek out the strangers of lovers that are your immediate family. And so I have 0.0 empathy for any sort of hurt feelings that Dustin Diamond uttered in his book. I mean, he could have said that Zach Morris, owned a highlighted copy of my on-conf, and I wouldn't give two shits if it was true or not. All right? Guy's been gainfully employed, Zach Morris, since dawn of time. Also, if you're such a marquee actor, why, to the day you die, will no one know you but by the name Zach Morris? Case closed. Holla. Thank you very much. Then you got a handsome mug. But, you still look the same. You haven't grown. You're a working actor. What do you freaking do? I'm not going to say Dustin Diamond's stand-up was anything to get jealous about, but he did have the balls to get into the ring for that celebrity boxing thing. I don't see Zach Morris doing that. And Mario Lopez, come on. I mean, yes, he's had to work very hard for that body. And actually, Mario Lopez, I think he had a reunion with Dustin and was able to forgive any trash talking that he said. And those girls in it were so hot. I don't know their names. That one chick who played a really hot prostitute in Any Given Sunday. I started watching that recently. I haven't seen the movie in freaking ages. Pacino's still great in it. We need to crawl for that inch. Either we win as a team or die as individuals. Holla! Thank you very much. .44. Rest in peace, Dustin Diamond. And here are a couple of jokes for you, Dustin. Bill Gates defending China on Bloomberg. It's Bill Gates praising China's response to the coronavirus on Bloomberg. Bill Gates says, it's not China's fault. America was dumb enough to believe their Chinese Ministry of Truth after he insisted the coronavirus was only transferable if Count Chocula were to pop out of your cereal box and suck your blood. Holla! Thank you very much! Spitting on coronavirus plague graves. Another one for you, Dustin. A gay porn star broke coronavirus lockdown rules by attending a gay bash at some loft in Manhattan. And he filmed the entire foray on Instagram. Spitting on his hand before stroking off the DJ for playing Donna Summers on the radio doesn't count as washing your hands either. Holla! Thank you very much! This is the Do It All Dad Here podcast. Dad-friendly entertainment for you and me. What Gen X dads understand, obviously. Controlling our kids' economy can make our kids great again. My fuss-free kids, 99% of the time, are living proof of it. I wish you had the opportunity to become a father, Dustin, because it's the gift that keeps on giving. That's when you have those moments where today I'm hanging out on my bed with my kids and we're about to go outside and I was going to play stickball with them in the snow. And I said, so is this the first time in like 4 years since we've been in this home where we've actually been able to hang out like together, like just us at this time of the day? It was like 4 o'clock and usually the kids are at school. It was a school day. And at this point, like because mom works nights and she's looking after the kids, and it just blew my mind. It was like the only time that all three of us, because usually when we're in my bedroom, it's at night for stories, and or me teaching the kids that new Yiddish words like "farblanchen," which means all over the place, very similar to this podcast. So, which reminds me, I definitely have to write a book, a short story. Doodle Dad reimagines Yiddish. And I do a bunch of short stories based on Yiddish terms. In my quest to be more Menschy-like, compared to the rest. Holla! Thank you very much! So, Dustin Diamond, I wasn't expecting to be a freaking stuttering jerk-off on your behalf. I apologize. I mean no disrespect. And so I'm talking to my kids. I'm like, yeah, so it's 4:30 and we're never together in the same bed. That was my brilliant insight. And I said, Hunga, it's my youngest. So I gave Daddy some leg drops and he had a freaking field day. Then I gave him some power bombs and we went outside. And it was short-lived because it's pretty cold, but it was really beautiful and nice. And, what's really great is, my daughter says, Daddy, so, like, what did you do, like, when it snowed? Back in the day, and I said I'd have snowball fights, and I remember a couple of times sledding, but that's it. So I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that my kids are flush with fun-filled memories that they could share with their kids one day, and not feel like their childhood was a total wash. But Dustin, thank you for your contributions to Saturday morning TV entertainment. I know it must have been hard to always be the butt of the jokes, to always be the schmuck, the shamil. Fuck you, Jason Alexander. I don't care about you. You're not involved in this conversation. And I think it's cool that you've always valued funny. Like I was reading a quote saying, I didn't have a childhood. I had to know my lines and be funny, or else they'd find someone to replace me. Because there were plenty of other knock-kneed Jewish puttas in the valley dangling from avocado trees. So I love you, Dustin Diamond, for doing everything in your power to make your celebrity last and for collecting those residual checks and for going on the reality shows and for making a sex tape, even though it loses its lustful oomph when you find out that, oh, well, I ain't a body double. Yeah, you're a Jew from the valley. I'm sure you were packing something substantial downstairs. But I love your commitment to comedy, even if it was half-assed or not, after Saved by the Bell. Because during Saved by the Bell, you did deliver your lines, and you did add comedic relief, because we certainly weren't getting it from Mario Lopez. And it had to have been tough knowing that there was no way that you could play spin the bottle with the cast and have anyone hook up with you and refuse to partake, including Mario Lopez. Rest in peace, big man. And I'll talk to you guys soon.